Conclude tonight with St. Cloud State, head coach Brett Larson and defenseman Jack Ashan. First, we will open it up from a statement from Coach Larson.
Well, first off, obviously, congrats to AIC. They played a heck of a game tonight and did a great job. So, congrats to them. Secondly, I got to tell you, sitting up here next to a guy like this, and the group guys in the room, what they're going through right now, the hardest thing is it's honestly one of the best groups of people I've ever been around. One of the best groups of young men I've ever been around, and I know their hearts are ripped out right now, and I feel for them. But they certainly left it all out there at the end, and certainly don't have anything to hang their heads about. So,
Open up to questions for the student athlete.
Jack, Jess Myers with the Rink Live, not making excuses in any way, but there was talk on TV and on Twitter and elsewhere about the ice conditions. How was the ice out there, and did it affect the game at all?
I don't think you can blame anything. There's no excuses. We played our hearts out. Yeah, sure, the ice wasn't perfect. There's a few times where the puck bounced a few times, and I mean, you can't really blame anything. They played a good game. We played a good game too, and you can't really just come up with a bunch of excuses because it'll eat you alive.
Bill Prout, Center Ice View. Coach, seemed like they made you do things that you maybe didn't expect. Maybe you did expect it from them, but things that take you out of your game a little bit. You had to dump the puck a lot. You had to try a lot of backdoor chances on the goalie. He's a large goalie. Were those things that you expected, or you just forced to do some of those things?
Is that for the student athlete or coach? Ask for coach. Just for Jack, if you want to answer that.
Yeah, for Jack.
I mean, they played a solid game. I think we were well prepared. They, like we said, they move the puck really well. They skate really well, and yeah, I mean, when we're kind of desperate, you got to try to maybe change things up, change up a forecheck or something like that. But I think we were well prepared. It just wasn't our night.
Any other questions for student athlete?
Brad Schlossman, Grand Forks Herald. Jack, did what happened last year ever enter your guys' mind during this game, or if so, when did that happen?
I was talking to Coach on the way here, and we didn't have a doubt in our mind that we were going to lose this game. Up until the end, we were confident that something was going to happen. Of course, your thoughts start creeping in, but we learned a pretty huge lesson beginning of the year is when those thoughts start creeping in your mind, you just got to talk to yourself and tell yourself it's not going to happen. And I think the majority of our guys in the locker room were telling themselves, talking to themselves, and just ended up not working out.
Jack, it seemed especially in the last two periods like your team was really the aggressor. I mean, making plays and moving the puck pretty well. Were you able to stay relaxed and kind of play within your game and all that despite being down? Yeah,
I mean, we've done it all year. Every time we come back in the locker room, we come back and we're talking to each other, communicating what's going to happen next. We're not going to worry about what happened in the past. It's been a big thing for us is no matter what happens, if we're down by 2, like what happened tonight, we bounced back just like we did tonight. We just couldn't get that second goal to tie it up. But I think we had a pretty calm group this year with just everything. Coming in the locker room, like I said, after every period, it was a pretty big skill for us. Is nobody was really ever worried. People might say, kind of looked worried, but I don't have a doubt in my mind that anybody was really worried about this game.
Anything else? Okay, nope. Jack, you can be excused. Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll now open up to questions for head coach Brett Larson.
Brett, obviously a new place for you to be as a head coach. How do you handle this in the room? What was your message to the team?
Well, the message was I'm number one. I told the guys I love them. one of the best groups I've ever been around, hands down, as far as the character in that room and what type of people they are. And I think the biggest hurt right now for our staff is just wanting it so bad for those kids. They worked so hard all year to put themselves in a one-game shot. They got better all year. We thought we played our best hockey last weekend and felt really good going into the night. We felt we were prepared, and AIC played like we expected them to. And we just weren't able to get that second one for whatever reason tonight. I watched a couple of the other games on TV earlier, and you could see some teams come out a little nervous, both teams even. The play wasn't great in the first period, but I thought from there our guys really settled down and played their game. And I guess that's the problem every once in a while from falling behind. You get a couple good big saves, and you just can't recover. But I didn't see any panic on our bench or within our team. There was certainly a lot of belief and trust in each other right till the end.
Yeah, Coach, did you have to make any adjustments during the game? I mean, any specific adjustments, towards the type of
We were
game that they
about
were
to,
playing?
no, that was what we expected out of them. And the only adjustment we were about to make was we were going to go to more of a two-man neutral zone forecheck to try to surprise them and maybe create a turnover. We normally run a 1-2-2. We were about to do it, and then we scored on the power play. So obviously for the most of the second and third period, we felt like we possessed the puck in their end quite a bit. And there were a couple times early where we felt off our game a little bit, so I guess the only adjustment was trying to get us back on our game.
Joe Scarella, Husky Productions. Coach, at the end of the game, you put Kevin Fitzgerald up with the Paling line, and then you switched with John Lazat and Nick Perbix. Was
Yeah.
that intention to, you knew the 6?
Yeah, we have a game plan for the goalie pull. So what you're trying to do is you need to rest Lazat line for 2 shifts, and you have Ryan Palin change for the goalie. So you have 2 lines ready to go for 2 quick 30-second shifts if they can. Obviously, they're trying to score, but if not, that sets up Lazat's line to be rested, and it's rest Ryan to go for the goalie, and then you want Jack Ashan and Jimmy Schultz out there for the last deep pair. So that's something you practice on work all year, and they pulled it off. I mean, they did a great job of executing everything we had worked on and had the puck line in the crease there. And unfortunately, we just couldn't get it in.
Anything else for Coach? Thank you, Coach.
Thanks.